Welcome guys, this is part 2 of this live stream series of Sins of a Solar Empire 2, and again thank you to DasTactic for sort of sponsoring this one, which is fantastic. So anyway, we're just going to go into and start off where we left off, and which was quite a slow progress last time. Hopefully we'll be a little bit faster this time with what we're actually doing, so let's just get into it and start playing the game. I don't think there's been an update, it's only been a couple of days so there's been no update since the last one.
Entire generation has been consumed.
I'll just quit out of this one because we saw that one last time. So I'm a bit mindful of just trying to sort of keep the pace going a little bit faster than what we did last time. So we'll just go into random 2-player, which is where we got to last time. We played 14 minutes after 2 hours. We should be a lot further in the next section, but there's a lot to talk about. We've done the early game stuff really. Hi, the vegan hippie saying good evening from Germany. Good evening back as well. So anyway, we'll load the game in, and here we go. I'll just do a bit of a summary as to how we got here, or I could just play the 14 minutes. It'd probably be faster than what we did. Anyway, I'm just going to pause the game because there's a few things going on at the moment, and I've discovered a fair few things about the actual galaxy with where we actually are. I don't know if we can see, if we go to the menu, if I quit the game, it will then give me a summary. I don't think I can do it any other way. I'll just close that menu there for a second. That's the interface. Yeah, I can't really sort of see the progress any other way, but it can be a good way of just seeing where you are in the actual game itself. We might do that as well, just to sort of see whether there's any sort of problems. Hi Crocrox, how you going? So anyway, we'll continue on through. What we've got at the moment is we do actually have we've got a ship. One of our small Prover Scout corvettes is making its way through the home system of the enemy. So we've got one enemy. If we go look at the diplomacy, we've got the Galan Rim Union, which is also another tech faction. So this is the Tech Primacy, which is sort of like the rebel faction, and we are playing as the Tech Enclave, which is more of the traditional faction. So we started off with the, I guess the easiest one to sort of understand. But we have got the Galan Rim Union, and we do actually happen to have a scout ship in there right now, so we can see what they're doing, which is pretty cool. So we can actually have a look at their setup. So what they actually have is they've got like different, they've got a couple of civic research stations. They've got a military research station back out through here as well. They've got multiple little construction corvettes, construction frigates in around that particular area as well, but there's nothing else left over in their particular home system. So their actual fleet is off doing something else at this point in time. On the planet itself, if we go and click on this one, we can see that they've got 2 different buildings. They've got their own building, which is the Supreme Center for Human Doctrine. They're sort of like a authoritarian faction, really. And so this grand and imposing facility broadcasts human-centric messages to ships on this planet and up to 2 jumps away. So what this one does is it gives them extra speed and extra weapon damage. They do damage as their base element, so that up to two jumps away, which sort of takes them all the way out into Seculus and also across into Chromios. So they actually have a bit of a bonus moving like out into this sort of area. This is about as far out as what their broadcast will then go and do. So it does give them an advantage with their fleets up to that range away. Now for us, just to sort of put that into context, we also have a unique element. If we go back to DAS Prime, and we've got the Home Guard Command Center. This is our unique item for our little faction. So this heavily fortified facility acts as the command post for the elite Enclave Home Guard, whose members will be deployed on ships up to 2 jumps away. And so we end up with 20% less damage taken. So we actually are more defensive, right? Whereas they're more offensive, if that makes any sort of sense. Anyway, we can see other little things that are going on as we go through the Pterodas system. And so as we have a bit of a look at it through there, we can sort of see that they've actually done 2 surveys on their home system. Their logistics is 2 at this point in time, which is going to give them civilian slots, so they'll eventually sort of get onto that one through there. They've got defensive 1. They've maxed out their commerce at 5, and they're mining at 3. Now we also focused very heavily on these at the start of the game, but I actually noticed when I was looking at this before, when I finished off the last session, I didn't finish off my commerce. And so we got, like, the credit income is actually going a lot less than what it should be. It should be going at 17, it's going at 12.8. And so that's something we do definitely need to do. So I'm just going to go and click on that one right now and max that out. This is very important, we get our economy under control in this early part of the game. So that's going to be something we'll just queue up in through there. Now we only had one of the exotics, like the surveys, which does give us sort of exotics through here. We don't need them yet, but we will. And so we will have to get those done as well. But I think I'm going to save my money, and we've got 800 left over. I'm going to save that, and we'll do other things with this. Hi, Rocklight, saying, is this map one system and all the spots are planets or asteroids? Yes, it is. This is there are multiple system maps available, but we're just playing a simple random two-player one system map. Jessica's saying, hello, thank you for introducing so many amazing games to me. Yeah, you're more than welcome. I hope it's helpful. I did a video actually a fair few hours ago now, but just going through all the different deals that are currently on at the Steam Autumn sale as well. So hopefully that video was helpful. Actually, I didn't check to see what the reduction was on this game, but I believe that this one is reduced as well. We should probably have a look at that. Let me just quit on out and just double check it. Again, if you're watching this at any other time other than late December, early December of 2024, then it will be different. Anyway, let's just go across. Can I get across to this one here? Let's just go and have a quick look at Steam. Because I think if you are watching this live, or and you're thinking about getting the game, this is an incredibly good game. As you'll see, hopefully as we get into it. This is for Solar Empire 2. What's the deal on this one? 25% off. Okay, that's pretty cool for a game that's only just launching right now, actually, which is really quite nice. There's also content passes with future DLCs coming in as well. Yeah, that's cool, actually. So there we go. So we've got the base game 25% off at this point in time. This is Australian dollars, not US dollars. So it's, I mean, you'd expect that with a game that's only just released, that there's going to be, not dramatic reductions, but that's very, very welcome. All right. So anyway, let's go and go back to the game. Here we go. Back in through here. So this is our DAS Prime in through that particular area through there. So we've sort of now, that will get our economy sort of working fairly well. I won't go out and have a look at the actual graphs at this point in time, but actually maybe I will. This is a bit of an introduction here. So if I go and save, in fact, if I just go out and quit with what we're doing, I don't think there's a way to do it in game. I think you have to go and quit the game. So we haven't done very much. This is essentially what happens over the course of the minutes that have been played at this point in time. And so you've got things, for example, and this will give you a good feel for just how detailed the game can actually ultimately get. So planets owned, we've got like a number of them there. They haven't gone for colonization, which puts us in a bit of an advantage there. Civilian orbital slots, we've got more than them. Military slots, we're both running at the same at 2. Planetary items, we've both got 2. So we did both build that same, and this is good to see what the AI does. So the AI did build its commerce center at the same time that we did. So we built that one, not the commerce center, the civilian research center. So we both did exactly that. Defense is the same. Logistics, we've actually got a lot more logistics that has been expanded. They've only just got enough to do what they have to do. Commerce, they actually moved ahead of us before we did. So they've actually they got a fair way ahead of that one. Mining, we're ahead of them. Surveying, they're ahead of us. So we're not. The surveying is to get the exotics. Then we just go into combat. Won't really matter that much. This one here with fleet supplies, ships killed, etc., etc. But I mean, I guess that's interesting to sort of see that we've actually been able to kill off a lot more independent ships than what they have. So they're still in their expansion phase. We've gone through and now secured always in the process of securing the last of the close-in systems. Orbital structures killed, there won't be any of those. Damage dealt, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So we're doing fairly well through there. Planets destroyed, planet bombing dealt. This is stuff that will happen late game, not early game. But it's nice to sort of see what's available. The credits, now this is actually where our balance is lower than theirs all the way through. Total accumulated, we're actually losing in this one here. And the reason for that is because I didn't set up that commerce that we had before. Total spent as well, we've spent more than them, but they've got more saved up at this point in time. Payouts from allies to allies, total income, that's the difference. They managed to race ahead very, very early, and I've just stepped up and I'm behind them. So I need to improve this, and when we get that last level, and I forgot to do that, that will then sort of take us up above where they are. Planetary income, again, we can see that's the difference there. They did theirs early, we didn't do ours. Trade port income, we do have to look at this actually, and I'll talk about that now, because now that we've actually discovered the independents and have actually sort of started to make contact with them, we'll be able to now start to use trade. Other income back in through there, yeah, nothing much in through there. Metals, crystals, exotics, research, civilian research points, we're identical with them now. Military research points, they were ahead of us just slightly with that one through there. And completed research, they've actually got one more research done than what we have at this point in time. It's just good to get a bit of a feel for where we are. Market won't have much in there at the moment. They did spend credits on their market, and they purchased crystal with that. Okay, so they've been purchasing crystal. So they actually purchased 500 crystal. We actually got 500 crystal because we won one of the auctions. That's the market. Construction, corvettes. You can see that we've actually sort of now raced ahead. Now what they did was they built they built an extra scout corvette, I would assume, in the early parts. But we've actually now been building small corvettes as fighters, and we've just allowed our scout corvettes to just do their own thing at the start of the game. Frigates, we went crazy at the start to build up our fleet. They didn't do that, which is interesting. Again, that's sort of strange. I don't know if it's just what we've seen or whether this is actually what the actual real numbers are. I'm assuming it's the real numbers. Capital ships, we both got one of our capital ships. Titans, no one's got. Star bases. Factories, no one's got those yet either. Miscellaneous, derelicts. Now, we haven't... I was a bit disappointed that this random map didn't actually build any derelicts for us. This is a big feature of the game, and we didn't see any. So that is a shame. I haven't had a good look to see if there's any others in any of the other systems that we've actually encountered, but hopefully we'll come across one or two. Usually they are prevalent, you know, not everywhere, but they usually are around, and it's just funny that we haven't found one yet. Ship wreckage, this is new in the game, so there's different ship wreckage that you can then sort of get hold of when you have big battles. Yeah, auction 1, there's ours that we actually won through that one, etc., etc. Anyway, there's lots of stuff in through here. It gives you an idea of the scope of where we actually are. So let's just go and load that game back in again. I'm just going to pause that one again. Click on that one just so we're starting to sort of get that get that extra economy. That's going to help us enormously. Right. So what they've done is they've got a little bit more of the surveying done than what we have, and they had one more of they had maxed out their commerce. We hadn't done that. Let's talk a little bit about the two independents that we actually have in through here. Now you can see through there that we've actually got, when I hover over this one, we've got 2 scout corvettes that are currently in this system, and so they're on their way out. They're just moving across to zip on out. These are essentially, they're neutral. They're not going to attack us if we move into their system. Very, very powerful independent faction, this one here. So Neba is the actual planet, and if we have a look at the independents that are in here, the minor factions. One of the really cool things about the game is that you've got like a whole collection of minor factions, and I'm assuming more will come over time. But these are, so you don't know what you're going to have when you start a new game. In this case, we've actually got one that's very, very good for us, which is the Prenast United. So Prenast United is a military-industrial corporation responsible for the development of the Argonev space base. They provide defensive technology and heavily armoured protection fleets. And so you can see down there on the left-hand side, the trade export points that they've got is credits and 2 metal is the trade points that they actually have. These guys over through here have got the crystal market and the exotic market. That's what they have, but they don't actually have any trade export points. Now what we can do is we can make use of those trade export points to start trading with them. We're probably not going to be able to do it with the other single player, so we're not going to be able to have like an ally that we can then sort of set up a trade network with, but we can certainly do it with this one. So we've got the first level of reputation, which sort of opens up this this trade export points for us. Now we can go and get this one when we've got 2 influence points. The most we can have is 2 at this point in time, but we will be wanting to improve that, and because we will be wanting to sort of go and get other things. But they've got this special building. This is a unassailable fortress, which it only costs 2 influence points. So the Apprentice United planetary fortifications of unmatched resilience, granting a significant increase to planet health and military slots. So we get 10 extra military orbital slots when we build one of these. And maximum health is goes up by 5,000. So in our choke point planets, we definitely want to be acquiring this one. But in the meantime, we do actually have those trade export points. In the last session, we couldn't make use of the two trade points that we actually have. We'll go and do that one now. So we've got, for example, the allocated export points between goods, metals and crystal exports to customize your economy. Build trade ports to increase global export points and export types. Now the export points that we have, we've got 2 of them, and we've got the goods exports and metal exports are 1 and 2, no crystal at this stage, and so that is because of those trade export points. So we can marry those up and trade with them. So let's just go and open up our trades in through here. We've got our 2 export points in through this side as well. This is not going to be a big feature of our game, but it will be if you're playing this tech faction typically. So anyway, we're going to go and we really desperately need money, so we're just going to go and allocate. You can see through there we're getting 16 per second with our credits from DAS Prime and Coronis. When I go and click on this one here to allocate one of my export points and then have a look at credits, we now actually have trade ports are giving us like an extra 2 essentially, so we're now up to 17.9, and we might as well do one of the metal ones as well. Now the trade points we've got are coming from one of our large capital ships, and so they'll send out trade ships to then go and trade. That's going to be a little bit fraught with danger because they have to go through space that is not safe. We'll have a look at that as well in just a second. In fact, we might as well do that one right now, just while we're sort of talking about this one. So there'll be trade ships now trying to reach the trade port, which is right there. So Apprentice United has got their own trade port, and so our little trade ships will then try to automatically make their way there, but they have to go through either this system, which we can see there that there's a Roidy Union, which is sort of like an independent, almost like a pirate faction that dominates like the various systems. And so the Roidy Union has got 127 supply of forces surrounding these particular planets. Now, up until now, we've only had like a very, very small supply amounts that we've been dealing with. So these have got like 3 heavy cruisers, for example, 3 LRM cruisers. So this is a difficult fight. If our trade ships try to go through there, they're going to be absolutely destroyed. Our scout ships can get through no problem. Back over on this one, what do we have? We've got, in fact, if we just hover over, we can see what the last thing is we saw. This one's only got 84 supply. So this is probably a better way for us for the trade ships to try to make their way through. I'll see if I can track them through as they go. Our main fleet is in here. And so we're just finishing off this particular one. And we should see the trade, now that we've opened up trade, hopefully the trade ships will then show up. I'll just zoom back out again into here. We're not seeing the trade ships just yet. That's a pretty detailed summary as to where we are, I think, in the game. We've got independence there. We've got independence in through here. These are the Viterak Transport Cabal. And so they're actually controlling this asteroid belt back in through there. This is, we're not seeing it in through there, but they've got like a strong presence at that location. And so this is actually where they've got the exotic refinery, for example, whereas these guys are very, very strong with their Argonauts star bases. They've got the trade port, the light factory. So we'll be trying to get to that trade port to then go and do trade. We might set up our own trade port as well. I mean, we have a trade port essentially on this ship. Maybe I'll just quickly show that as well. So we've got our ships are in here just finishing off these. These are also part of the Raider Union, or the Raider Union. Raider? That's Raider, I think. I think it's R-O-I-D-E-R. Anyway, we've got our this is the first of our ships back in through this other side, and so in this case we do actually have a mobile trade port that we had set up, so improving the economy of your empire. So that will then go off, and that should then spawn its own ships. I think own trade ships will then sort of leave from this one. We'll just unpause it for a little while and just see if they do go. They're firing in at different things as they go in. Oh, by the way, one thing we had looked at, or we spoke about at the last one, was that we've got these. They've got siege frigates, and they've also got the light frigates in through here. Now, the light frigates, when we have a look at them, have got these guns at the front which don't move. They're not on a turret. So these are they've got one medium autocannon essentially per ship. And we have on our main one, we actually have the same sort of deal. We've actually got 4 medium autocannons, but these are on turrets. So they do pivot and swivel, but we don't get to use the ones on the other side, only the ones that can actually then face the enemy. So we only half of our firepower is not really used in these sort of fights unless we're in the middle of something. But we now have got these small little Shuriken gunship corvettes, which have just got one light autocannon and then 2 light autocannons as well. And if we have a bit of a look and see what they've, oops, hang on.
I need some excitement.
See how there's some that will be on like turrets, and then there'll be others that are just pre-built into it. So we've got the different guns in through there. As they go through, they move quickly, automatically around these other ships. Just see if I can get one that's where we can see the turrets in action, I guess. Let's just unpause. Yeah, see the turret? See the turret's moving? And so it's actually trying to find the best angle to fire at its target back over through here. And so this is a Cobalt light frigate, and it cannot move its guns. All of this stuff is modelled in the game, which is just great. So yeah, so Rocklight's saying 25% off. Yep, and hi ZXM, how are you going? So in this case, we've actually then got this. This ship is trying to catch up with the small Garda. Is it the Garda? No, it's not Gardas. The Shuriken gunship corvettes, and so these are staying out of its firepower. And so these are harassing and moving before these can really get a shot in. It's trying to find an angle, but our ships are just moving too fast for it. And it's just getting absolutely smashed and being destroyed.
Scouts have found a colonizable
Yeah, so they're now moving off against the last ship. We've got our scout corvettes now moving out to the other systems. Might have a look and see. We've now gone further out. We're now actually watching. This is now a bit of a problem for our scout corvette. So we've now found the fleet, the enemy fleet, and we can see what sort of ship they've actually got. So they've got like just a big, large, a single large ship in through this other side. This is a carrier that they've actually picked out. So it's and we can actually, one thing I like about this is everything is exposed, so we can see exactly what they've actually got. So they've gone with the mobile corvette factory. So the Sova gains the ability to construct corvettes. It should have. There hasn't got anything else there. The anchor patch. So this has actually got a little bit of. It's got the exotic salvage policy. Ensures the capital ship so that exotics used in its manufacture are automatically recovered in the event it's destroyed, and it also then has got the armor patch kit back in through here to sort of patch up its armor. So it's got a bit of strength in behind it, but it's launched all of its little carriers, and they're now coming in after our ship, and so they've just got one light autocannon, and they're tracing our scout our scout in through here is trying to then make its way out. So it's actually it's now suffered some armor point damage. So they're trying to track us down in through here. They've also got over through this other side. That should be just there's a construction corvette. So they control this system. This is their asteroid. That's a colony frigate back in through there as well. And so they're just using this one ship to try to sort of get everything back out of the system. Let's just follow these through. Taking more and more damage. Now taking hull point damage. Come on, guys, you can get away. You can get away.
Preparing for phase jump. A new colony has been founded.
Okay, we're in the phase lane, so that's good.
Colonizable planet.
And we've now made it out to...
Commerce upgrade
I'll just
complete.
pause it there, because this one has now suffered a fair bit of damage. It's not going to make its way back past that other group again, but at least we've now found that is pretty much all that it has available to it. So it's got its homeworld there. It's got 2 asteroids further out in this system, and it's then got a Cephos, which it hasn't taken yet. So it's still got an independent back in through this other side. And then from there it then goes down into this particular, another volcanic, along with a small moon, which is in orbit around it. So these are probably the areas that we need to look to try to get to at some point, fairly quickly, and then set up like a full-on defensive formation there, or we really do need to set them up in our system as well, but also now take over these, move through the central area, and maybe take over this one through here as well. This is desert colonization required. So we've got different aspects. Again, 135 supply points with the Royder Union there. These have got only 1080 supplies, so they're easy to take. We do have some other things on the back, on the outside, back out through this other side as well. Actually, there's a derelict. We have found one inside here. When we got to this one, there was actually a derelict here. So I'll see if I can try to get out to this one in this other side. There's some scavengers around the derelict, and this will then give us more bonuses. So that's an important one for us to then try to go and grab. That one there is just 85 supply. That's nothing too dramatic. This one here was the hard one, 127 supply. So we need to get our fleet up, which is when we hover over this one, we're at 97 supply at the moment. So we need to get ours up to a fairly strong amount before we sort of go anywhere else. So we'll have to do that with our research as well. So let's actually have a look at research now and sort of figure out where we want to go with things, because we've now colonized this particular planet. I'm not going to go after this one here. If it's 84 supply, we're at 97 supply. I'll wait until we've actually got ours to a fairly strong fleet at this point in time. So with our fleet here, now if we go back to DAS Prime, we're no longer building any other ships. Let's have a quick look at our actual, we can get up to 250. I'm thinking if we aim to get to 200, that would be a good thing for us. We've got the Akan battle cruiser at 50 points. We've got 7 of the Cobalt light frigates at 35. We've got the Shuriken gun corvettes. We've got 9 of those at 27 points. And we do actually have the 3 scout corvettes just out and about. So we'll leave them where they actually are. No queued up units. Let's have a look and see what we could build for our actual ships, just so we can sort of plan things out a little bit better. We've unlocked the scout corvettes and the Shuriken gunships. We've got those unlocked. We've got the Cobalt light frigate. We've got the colony frigate, which is it's a non-combatant. We can get the Garda flak frigates. This will be good against the missile ships that we come up against, so we might get a few of those just to bring some in. These are going to cost me. I can actually do the research on those pretty much straight away, but let's actually just leave it for a little bit of time. And then we've got the next one we've got is the Kalev Gauze frigate. This is a military 2 area. We've got military 1 but not military 2. This is the Kalev unlock. So an advanced combat ship effective against heavy cruisers, capital ships and structures. And this has got a Gauze cannon. So it's got a 7.5 damage per second with high pierce. If you ever look back at this one through here, this is 9 damage per second, but at low pierce. So it doesn't get through armor all that well, but this one does. So getting the Gauze frigate would be another good one for us to aim for. Back over through here, we have the Krosov siege frigate. And so this is a large frigate that sacrifices combat strength for planetary bombardment weapons. We don't need that, not yet anyway. That will be later on, but we'll require that one. So let's avoid the siege frigates. We've been dealing with them from the from that Reuter Union aspect. They've had siege frigates in there, which are basically non-combatants. So let's not worry about those. Cruisers, if we have a look back over through here, it would be cool to get some of these. So we've got carriers back in through this other side. This one's military 2. We could definitely get that. That's military 2 as well. Robotics cruiser. This has got repair droids. Industrial cruiser equipped with unmanned robots. It excels at close combat assistance with both repair and defensive abilities. Sounds ideal for us. The Javelin LRM cruiser. This is actually the Javelin LRM cruiser. This is military 3. We're not going to get to that one in the intervening times. We've got the Harker heavy cruiser, military 3. Let's not worry about anything that's more than military 2. We've got these two in through here. The carrier is going to give us some strike craft squadrons. God, that's hard to say. So this one here will give me 2 squadrons. Supply cost of 14. It probably is worth aiming for that one, or maybe that's the repair droids. I definitely want to get this one though, the Gauze frigates. I feel that with the Gauze frigates I can then do what I need to do. Let's have a look and see where they actually are in the grand scheme of things, because this will open up when we get to military 2. At the moment we've only got 1 military research point, and we'll have a bit of a look to see where they actually are, so we can sort of figure out what to do with them. And we should start to now spend some of our income to unlock different things in these different areas. Military 2 is in this category through here. Where you see the little key, that means it's an unlock. So this one through here, the Kalev unlock, that's going to give us the Gauze frigate. That's actually probably where we want to go to. It's not really going to be, it's not going to be onerous to get us to that one through there. We've got the Shriken unlock already done. We've got the Garda unlock, which is the flak frigate, which I really should have a few of those in my fleet. But I'm going to probably still focus on economy before I go after these. It's just good to sort of know where they actually are. Armament wise, we've got the military grade specs. So the auto cannon weapon damage goes up by plus 5%. That's actually a nice one for us to go and get as well. That really is going to be for every single ship that we actually have. Engineering, what else have we got there? Hull reinforcement would be great. So these are probably some of the things that we'll actually look to try to get. Let's have a quick look over at their civilian research, and just go with, let's just start to get a fair few of these, of the ones that we sort of do require. So in industry, we've got derelict specialists. We don't really have, they've only got that one derelict that we've found, so that's not really viable to go with that one there. Orbital commerce, this will then give us the trade port. I might get this one relatively early. We'll just sort of see how we go with that one through there. Counter deployment, this is when the enemy is in the gravity well. We're not going to need to worry about that one in the short term, so let's not worry about that one. We've got other things where we can get the mining rates going up as well. We've got the alloy foundry and through here which we can unlock. So we've got a lot of different unlocks. Exotic refinery, we don't need these yet, so we'll get those a bit later on. Light trader escorts, this will then give our trade ships some escort abilities. Well, I'll see if we can find the trade ships. They'll start to sort of appear fairly soon. Annexation, this is actually where we do ultimately want to get our volcanic, because that's the next planet that we're going to be wanting to get. We could also, because we've unlocked this tier 2, we could go with the Arctic development, because we do want to develop that Arctic planet, which is at the choke point, into our systems. So that would actually be a nice one for us to go and get, but again, at 750 price, I'm not going to worry about it just yet. What else have we gotten through here? The ice processing facility, oceanic, we will need that eventually. High pressure domes, yeah, we won't worry about those. This is more to do with primordial planets, which we won't worry about, so we won't worry about these things with volcanic either. We could get the fortification specialist, which we've got on our home world, but like we don't need it just yet, so let's actually not worry about that one. The command bunker will give us maximum health on the planet, extra military slots of +5. Again, nice to have eventually, but not just yet. Policy is probably, yes, this is an area that we may focus on actually, like as in the short term. So we've got focused exploration. This one does actually allow us to, well, it gets, our research rate bonus goes up by 5%. I'm not going to worry about it though, so let's not worry about it. It does find minor factions sooner. We've already now found all the minor factions, so we don't need to use that one. We're not playing on a big enough system for that to be a factor. Favorite client discount. Now what this one will do is when we do buy anything from the markets, we do get essentially a bonus there with the price on metal and crystal, but again not critical for what we are doing right now. This one through here is the prestigious investments. This is going to give us up to +5 influence points. This is, I think, really where we need to start. I'm going to click on this one right now because that's going to allow us to get in much tighter with the minor factions. So let's just go and grab that one right now. Just queue that one up. We can no longer afford, when we see this one, it means that we can no longer afford these others at this point in time. So let's just leave them where they are. That will get our research. We've still got a bit of research available. Yeah, that's 1200 for that one. Let's go back to military and hull reinforcement. Let's just start to get a few of these. Armor strength +10 and hull reinforcements. All of these are good. Let's queue that one up. That one up. We're down to 655. We've got 400 there. Now this one is going to reduce the phase jump charge for Prova Scout corvettes. I'm not going to worry about that one. This one here unlocks the phase lane detection, so I won't worry about that one either actually. And we won't worry the Garda flak frigate. Yeah, we do need this. We will need this for the coming battles. And that's because we're going to be going up against cruisers, and we do want to ultimately, we need to get this one as well. And so we need to get to 4 military research points. Now we're down to 400 at this point in time. So with all of those different things queued up, let's just press escape, come back out. So we need to get our military research, which is actually from the civilian slots, is where we need to sort of have those established. So if we go back into here and have a look, in fact, probably the easiest way to do this is to have a look at our colonized planets and just try to figure out where we need to go with everything. And so we haven't built anything on the surface of the different planets, and we've got Lingus, which is that frozen world, which we can sort of make good use of. You can see there that we can eventually unlock like an extra slot in through there with its logistics. So Lingus at the moment is, if I press Alt, I'm not sure if it'll show me there. I do actually have 2 civilian orbital slots, but I'm going to have to be careful with what I do with those. That's an important planet for us. And Nakai, I think, is the one that we just took over. Yeah, that's Nakai there. Let's just go back to our planets. So Nakai is a choke point planet, which means we're going to have to ultimately build a lot of military infrastructure. That one's going to be military infrastructure. The other 2, we can actually build other things in around it. Now, we've already done some commerce back in through here as well with Coronis, and we've done our mining with Coronis. But we haven't done anything in terms of surveying or the planetary slots. Let's go and build in fact, we can't afford it. We need 500. We need 500 there for the secret weapons lab. That's going to give me a +1 military research point. So I'll do that on both of those when I can afford them. So let's just unpause the game and just wait for this to accrue. So with that one done, I've got 2 slots I can build on the asteroids. So at Coronis, we'll go and build a secret weapons lab. We may want to get, we can only really get one of these anyway, so we're just going, one per asteroid. I will do it on Melchior as well. So I'll just let them sort of develop up. And I'm not moving my fleet off at this point in time. So this is on the surface that we're now looking. for the 500 to come back up again, and then we'll get another one built on Melchior. I do actually have civilian. I can get civilian slots as well if I wanted to. Let's get military, the secret weapons. So that's now got us up to 3. What we'll now go and do is we'll go back to DAS Prime. In fact, what we might do is we'll have a quick look at Coronis. If we go back to logistics, logistics are the civilian orbital structures. So we can build different things in around the planets with this one. So going back to Coronis, we've built one military research station here, and in terms of what Coronis can then go and do, we've got 5 civilian orbital slots available at this location, which means I can just go and build another military research station. If I press Control, it'll just automatically place it. So I'll just go Control and then just go and click it.
Maximum civilian orbit slots reached.
Oh, we've already used them, have we? Hang on, what's that one got? What are logistics? What's happening there? Oh, 5 slots. Oh, and we've used up... Yeah, okay. In this case, what we've done is... with all 5 slots, we're mining the metal and we're mining the crystal on this particular system. If I just don't go and double click it and then just go into it. So in this particular one, what we've done is we've established a mine on this crystal asteroid, and we've established them also on these other asteroids as well. Plus we've just built a single military research station around that particular system. So we had 5 maximum slots. Now back over through here, let's go back to Melchior, and we'll just go and sort of build up things in around here as well. If we go to Melchior, and it's the same as if I do it from here. Melchior has also got up to 5 civilian orbital slots. We do need to build. We can build more of these metal extractors in through here, so we have to make sure that we've got enough to cover what Melchior has got. So if we again just go back out again. So in this location, we've actually got a metal asteroid. Is that the only one we've got? That we had a few others as well. Dead asteroids. Yeah, they've just got dead asteroids in through here. So we don't have a hell of a lot we can do. Oh, hang on, we've got crystal extractors. Sorry, there are other ones. We've got a metal and a crystal. I've got one more metal in through this particular slot. So I can just go across here and grab the metal asteroid and essentially just go and mine that last one as well when I can afford it at 500. In fact, we're almost there. All right, so I'll just go and queue that one up as well. So that will then get the metal asteroid, and that's used up 3 of our 5 civilian slots in here. And so when we can, what we'll do is we'll go and grab another of the military research stations in through here. So I'll just wait for another 500 to come at that point. Got more
research complete.
Ships going. That's good. So we've now got all of our ships have now been upgraded slightly. Just wait for this to then show clear, which it does. Military research station, and I'll just go and place it over here somewhere. So we've now used up 4 of our 5. Let's just keep the other slot there for something else. And that's still keeping everything available at Lingus. So Lingus will have ultimately become an important system for us, and this one as well. So we'll be wanting to use as much support here as we possibly can. So at Coronis, we've now got the Secret Weapons Lab. So we're getting closer and closer to getting to the next tier of military research. That'll require 800. So I'll queue that one up as well. There we go. We'll just queue that one up. Well, we've got the money.
Military research complete.
These are the trade ships. Let's follow this one in. So we've got a trade ship on its way down. So it's in the hyperlane.
Complete.
It's coming into this dangerous system. In fact, I think it's just been destroyed. I think as soon as it arrived, it was destroyed. So we're not able to really do much with those. There goes another one, sort of trying to make its way through. It may be that we do something with those, but we're going to eventually be able to fix those ones up.
Is underway.
All right, we've got an auction now that's come in. Now we've actually got two. We've got 2 influence points. I'm just going to bid 1. Now, what have we got through here? This is actually going for 3 Kalinite exotics. The exotics, if we have a look at them, back over through here, these are the different things. So we've got 1 Endurium at the moment. This is to try to get 3 Kalinite. I'm going to bid both my points here to try to acquire this. So acquire exotics by surveying planets or research and build exotic refineries to make your own exotics. So we can make our own with exotic refineries, but we can actually go and actually sort of just, well, get 3 of them in one fell swoop, which is awesome. And just again to give that some perspective, the this group is the when we hover over the Vitrak Transport Cabal, they are the exotic market there. You can see there as well. They're the crystal market and the exotic market. Both come from where they actually are. So let's go and provide both our influence points to try to secure those 3. So we'll just go and do that. That's a good auction item for us to try to win. We are going to have to try to take this one out as well. Like we've got the 84 supply, so we'll keep on building things up with our fleet. Let's just go and select our fleet. We now actually have the we've got the colony frigate. We can't afford those yet. Actually, where's the yeah, we've got both of those. Flak frigate I think is being done. Let's just let the money accrue a little bit here. With that one, we've actually now got extra things we can now go and do. Inspiring broadcast, mobile trade port. Yeah, I won't send off any more ships at this point in time. It'll just do it automatically. So we've got the so our fleet is just sitting in here waiting essentially for instructions of what to do. There's another one that we should look to try to get our crystal and all the different slots done in this particular location. What I might do here is yeah, we've got reasonable health here. What can we build? I think I'll actually wait. This is the entry point into our systems. So this will become, there'll be a lot of fighting going on in this particular location. Hi, and sorry, I don't know the Cyrillic in the through there saying hi all. Did they fix the mining bug? I'm not sure what the mining bug was. Sorry. Okay, so Magnus is saying I love leveling up my capital ships in Sins of a Solar Empire 1. Yeah, now they have complicated research screens. Nice. Yes, it's really quite cool what they've done, and it's sort of they've done it in a way to try to make it so it doesn't get in your way when you're playing, which is again very, very nice. And we actually have exotic chances in through there. I won't worry about those. The defense slots. This will give me 5 military, which I don't need. Commerce, I might look at all the commerce on all the different planets that we have, and try to sort of get those running fairly well. If you just go back to the surface again, so I can get 2 in Lingus, and I can get 1 extra in all of these others. So let's just go and queue them up. So we'll just queue them up with what we're doing. Mining rates as well wouldn't hurt to get those also done. I can only get 1 more there, and then we can't afford to do any more of those. Let's just leave them where they are. So we just really focus on our economy until we can start to build up more and more of these ships.
Civilian structure complete.
There we go. It's a
civilian research complete.
Great.
Military research complete.
Now with the minor factions, we can now get up to 5, and we now have the Garda flak frigate. What I'm thinking of doing is just adding 2 of them.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Yep, cool. So with what we're doing through here with our fleet, I've got our fleet selected. The Garda flak frigate, I'll just get a couple of those just to help support our ships. These are 275. Yes, I can grab 2 of those. So I've got the fleet selected, and so it will now build those in. And I'll just double check how we're going with our military research. We're trying to get to level 2, so we can then go and get some of the more powerful ships before we then go further afield. Do we want to do any more in here? Probably not. Not at this stage. Don't think there's much else. Yeah, the command bunker.
You have secured the auction.
Oh, cool. Okay, so what's actually happened there is you can now see that we've. I love this as well. It's just so succinct, the way that the user interface is being shown through here. So we've got the 5 different slots in through this other side. I'm not sure why that's down the bottom there on its own, but the 5 slots we see through here, we've got the 1 Endurium, and now we've got the 3 Kalinide back in through here, just sort of showing us where those slots actually are. So, so that was cool. We've been able to secure that one. That will be good for the future, but not for now. So so it's cost us a few of those slots. Let's now go back and like we've just done an auction. So there's a good chance we're not going to have another auction for a little bit of time. Let's go to the next level of influence in here.
All right, you twisted me arm.
And then this one here would need 4 to get to this level of reputation with them. And so eventually we're going to be able to spend 2 points there to pick up one of these fortresses, and we'll be wanting to put them on those entry-level planets.
Military research tier complete.
And on our homeworld as well, actually.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Yeah, okay, we've got the military tier now done. And we've got good money coming in. Let's just pause again. Sorry about all the pausing, but that's just what I do. That's the way it rolls. So in military, we now want to make sure that we can now go across and we've got the Garda Mark II unlock. So we've got the Garda, and then we've got the Garda Mark II, which is, I'm not going to worry about that one. Adds a light autocannon to the Garda frigates, makes them more effective versus corvettes. I love this as well, like just all the different level ups and things. So what we're looking for here is really our, we've got the Perkon unlock, which is, this is a carrier cruiser. So is that the one that we wanted? We also have the Hoshiko unlock, which is a repair droid. We did want this one. We did want this one, but we also wanted others as well. The Krosov, which was the siege frigate. This is not what we want because this is against planets. And then we've got the hangar defense unlock. This is an orbital structure. This will be important for us, but not immediately. This will be important as well, the Arvanev in through this other side, which is the an orbital structure, starbase. This is almost like a capital ship, but as a starbase. We'll definitely be wanting to place them around the place as well. Just into areas where there's things are sort of coming. We've got long-range jumps, which we don't need. They're all fine. So I'm thinking that if we just go back out again and have a quick look at our shipbuilding. If we just go back to the fleet and what we'd sort of be wanting to try to get, we do want to go and get the carrier. Actually, the carrier cruiser. We were thinking about getting that one, but it was more the Kalev. This one's 1,000 points. We have to unlock this one. The Kalev Gorv's frigate. We wanted to get a few of these. We wanted this to be our main ship now for coming through to causing damage against their larger ships. So we don't need a lot of them, but that's probably where we need to focus more so than over through here. So if we go back into this one through here, this one is I think that was just in the previous unlock actually. If we have a bit of a look down through, what was it called? It was the Kalev. Yep, Kalev Gorv's frigate. So this is the one that we wanted to go and grab. It's only 600. Let's go and unlock that one. And I would like to unlock this this repair one as well, but that's going to cost a fair bit, and we need to be building up our fleet anyway. So we'll build a few of those frigates. Let's just quit out of that one. Wait for it to be researched. Okay, it's just slowly making its way through. I'm thinking 2 flak frigates will be enough for the fleet. I might get this one up to 10 of the Cobalt light frigates. And 10 of the corvettes as well. I might go for the higher damaged corvettes. These are going to be chewed up as we go into the fights.
Mining upgrade complete.
That's great. So our rates should be fairly high now, 27.9. That's great. We're looking at good results there. There's another trade frigate trying to make its way out. But I need my fleet big before I go in and start to take these things on. Got 2 of those at this point in time. This one's still researching. And here they're being built back at home, and then they're coming through into the Lingus system, and then across to then meet up with our fleet. And there's the last of the corvettes now coming as well. Just let them find their way through. Oh, hang on, sorry, I'll just read the comments there. So at game start, asteroid mining was not efficient, even with upgrades, so you're forced to mine only planets. Asteroid mining rate was always 0.25 seconds. I am not sure, actually, what's going on there. We've got Melchior is 0.9 seconds as an example. And if we have a look at Melchior, Melchior now has got... It's got 0.45 per second. That seems okay. That's what I'd sort of expect. I would have guessed 0.45. I didn't realise that there was a problem with that. But yeah, it looks like it's not the 0.25 per second. It's 0.45. So I'm assuming that that's been fixed, and I'm assuming as we then sort of start to get other tech, we'll be able to expand that even more. All right. So our fleet is now starting to take shape. Let's just keep it going. So we've got 120 supply now, and we do want to then get these other frigates as soon as we get this one done. Interesting, I can actually afford one of these as well. That'd be nice, actually. Nice to have.
Research complete.
Okay, we've now got these as well. We've got a fair bit of money saved up. Let's just pause that for a second and just see what we do need. So with what we actually have now, we can now go and get these Gauss frigates. I'm going to build 5 of those. So I'll just press Shift and build the 5 of those in there. That's now taking me up to 177. Let's go and get another one of those. That's 181. I can no longer afford the Dunolf battle cruiser. Yeah, so this one here, that one requires 1 Endurium and 2 Kalinite. If we have a look back at the actual cruiser itself, so this one here at the actual cost, it's 2,500 to grab one of these, and I think we should do it because we can now go and get, like, that's actually a good one for us to aim for. So the final price is just 2,500. Let's go and add that to the fleet as well. We'll end up with two large ships in through here. So the Dunolf battle cruiser, heavy missiles, medium autocannons, and 4-point defense. It's also got 1 strike craft squadron. With that in mind, we might actually go even further and actually try to get some of those other carriers as well, and start to really flesh this one out. And so we can end up with different squadrons. That wouldn't be bad at all, actually. We've got a dedicated carrier, which we saw the enemy has got, with 2 strike craft squadrons. God, that's hard to say. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. This one back over through here requires 1 of the... yeah, so we will actually have to try to get more of the exotics as well. I might just do that now, actually. Let's just go back across to our colonized planets and have a look at the what we can do with surveying. So when we hover over this one, we've got a 55% chance now of finding, so guaranteed exotics with this particular one is Tauronite and Endurium. We've got a chance then of finding even more. So let's go and set that one up. Go and do another survey there. That's 500. This one here is a 50% chance of finding something That's only a fifth. That's guaranteed to find another Kalinide back in through there as well, with only a 15% chance of finding something else on the ice world. So these 50-50s aren't too bad. There's a chance. There is a light chance. That's a 60% chance there. I'll max that one out. Actually, insufficient credits on that one. What do we need there? That one needs 1,000. Actually, we don't need it. We don't need it because we can grab that large cruiser anyway.
Reporting in.
Just wait for the 2,500. So we're still building up the ships. And this should then be enough for us to start to take on other aspects. To go into sort of more detailed fights now. Here come some of the bigger ships coming through. The Shurikens. Almost ready, almost ready. So we'll go with the Dunhoff battle cruiser. Okay, we've got enough for that one. Let's queue that one up. So what happens there, I'll just show you where this one actually does go through. So we've got our different factories. We've got our light factory here, which is spitting out the smaller ships. I might build another one of those when I can afford it. And then back over here, we've got our heavy factory, which is now building the Dunhoff cruiser. So it will actually be inside that particular one. It'll be starting to build. In fact, you can see it in there. That will then be built slowly in that particular slot. The other thing that we want to do in here, I do have a metal and a
additional credits required.
Can't get the credits. Yeah, these little ships are just sort of struggling on their way through.
Where do you need me?
So that's being built while these are being built as well. There's only one more of each of these ships to come into this particular fleet. There's 138 supply at the moment, with more on the way.
Exotic resources have been located by our survey teams.
Oh, where? Oh, okay, yeah. So that's we've now got 1, 1, 1, 1, and none of the other one. So we've got all of these ones, just not the last one. And so again, if that will then mean that we'll be able to unlock different aspects with those. Yeah, we'll let them continue. Now we're up to 3 with the minor factions with what we actually have. I'm going to keep a little bit of that under. I'm going to wait till we get to 4, and then we'll spend it, which would be good. Okay, the last one is now coming through, almost coming.
Systems calibrated.
There we go.
How can I help you,
Dunhoff battle cruiser. So we can now choose with the actual cruiser itself. It's now moving off to join the rest of the fleet. We can actually then go and give it a certain upgrade. You can see that it's got the small craft sort of just sitting around waiting to also be then deployed. So with this one through here, we've got like the energy transfer. So it restores shields to the target unit when empowered by overcharge. Restoration is chained to nearby allied units. So that will only really work against the bigger ships, or with the bigger ships, so it'll be good support. EMP charge fires a high energy radio frequency bomb at the target ship, depleting shields and antimatter from it and nearby ships when the bomb explodes. When empowered by overcharge, the shield damage and antimatter loss are increased. These are again pro shields, anti shields, magnetic singularity. So this is creates a field of energy flux. Enemy ships within its radius are slowed. When empowered by overcharge, the slow effect is increased. I'm thinking we might go this energy transfer to actually to replenish our shields. So let's just go and get that upgrade for this particular ship. So we start off that way, then over time we eventually get more and more. But anyway, that should be coming across now to join up with the rest of the fleet. So it should sort of be moving off. Yep, off they go. That's good. wait for that to arrive. Once that actually arrives back at the where the rest of the fleet actually is, we'll then move off. Okay, so we've got a fair bit of money now. Civilian structure has now been built. Back in through there again as well. That's fine. Let's just go and have another quick look at civilian research and see if there's anything else we wanted to do in through here before we sort of move further. You got a refinery. We don't desperately need it. The alloy foundry. So this is a foundry complex that uses materials sourced from the trade network to provide additional metal export capacity. So we've got trade capacity of 3 metal in that instance. Not that I need it. Did I fix that up? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've got nothing left there. That's fine. Let's just go and have another look. Vice processing. The Arctic development would be... I think we might just jump on that one because we will be wanting to develop that ice weld up. Through here we've got rapid development, planet development build time minus 10%. Nothing really that we need. We won't worry about that one either. At this stage we don't need those just yet. Desert colonization. The command bunker would be useful. Favorite client discount. I won't worry about those either. We've sort of done sort of what we need in here. That one might be okay. Funny, I thought there was one that gave us a bit of a boost. Asteroid mercantile mandate. This one, that's okay. We definitely want that. I knew there was some that would boost our economy a little bit, and defense upgrade price. Yeah, actually, maybe we'll look at that. Yeah, constructing surface infrastructure to withstand bombardment becomes cheaper. Yeah, let's get this one as well. It's only 400, so we'll just go and grab those. We'll go back to military, and what can we do to upgrade our systems? This is advanced metallurgy. Increases the armor strength. We'll grab that as well. And we do have other ones we can then go and get. So got generators. Gives us extra hull points. Actually, that would be useful. Let's just unpause. Just get a few of these.
Calculating jump coordinates.
Repair droids. Yeah, that's the retrofit bay, which we're not really going to be needing. Now that's defensive structures. Actually, this is different again. Let's just pause it again for a second. Yeah, this is fortified superstructures. I'll throw that one in the mix, and we'll just start to come back up to some of these others. The flak burst. We've got the ferro-uranite rounds. Auto cannon weapon damage. Let's grab that one. Now we can no longer really afford anything. So this is just for the next set of what we have to then go and do. Here comes the last of the. There's a Gauze frigate. Where's the rest of them? Yeah, we've still got more coming back through here. The Dunolf battle cruiser. So we've still got a few of them just making their way through this gravity well. Once they get through, we'll then we'll then open things up. Crystals are still a little bit down, and I don't think we've actually got what we needed in here either. Yeah, we haven't.
Time to bid. Place am I.
Oh, here we go. What are we looking at here? So this is a metal stockpile. 500 metal. Not that important to us, but I'll still just bid 1. And that's now left me with 2 back in through here. And I wouldn't mind getting this planet here better protected. So if we have a look at this one, we've got 3 empty planet slots down through this other side. I don't know if it'll show up. We've got the command bunker there. A home guard outpost. Munitions. Yeah, we don't need those. Your regional government. Yeah, we might need to sort of look at some of these as well. 2,000 for that one, but it does cost an exotic as well. What we'll do is we'll go back up to here now to the minor factions, because we can spend the other 2 on this unassailable fortress. And let's go and place that at this choke point, just so we've got like we don't have to think about it at that point. So we'll just go and get this one.
Bought and sorted.
And so with that one selected, this item is now in your inventory and can be equipped for free on any planet, ship or starbase. So if we go across to the planet, and it's crystal extractor, there it is there. So the unassailable fortress, we'll throw this one on this particular planet. And so that's now in there. That's going to then give us a lot more military slots. Ultimately, we can start to build this planet up as a defensive zone, which would be nice. Okay, let's just unpause and wait for these ships to make their way through. What's we got there? That's just a construction frigate. Yeah, we've got 800 there. Let's just go back into this side. What else do we need in this one here?
Military research complete.
Let's grab that one there. Just pause that again. We're nearly getting ready now to go off and do what we're doing. The crystal in through here as well. These are 500. So I'll just go and
upgrade logistics to unlock more civilian slots.
Okay, that's fine. We need more logistics. That's all right. So we'll just leave that one where that is for now. And we've got the fleet is all together, I think. Yep, so we've got the whole fleet now in through this other side. This is now a 227 supply fleet, which is great. So let's now move it off. Now we've got a smaller fleet in through here, which is 84 supply. Was the last time we saw it. Let's just now bring this big fleet in. Now the big fleet has been told to move in formation. It's been told to attack enemy units, so it'll just do automatic attacks and engage anywhere. So it will actually just do what it needs to do. We don't have to get involved if we don't want to. We can change these to change the engagement. We did change the move in formation just to keep them all together. We've got the strike craft back in through this other side, so manage strike craft in through there, or we can retreat. So let's go across and if we zoom out enough so we can see that one, it will just come into the gravity well when I with that one selected, right click, and in we go. And so when we have a look at this one in detail, it's only going to come into this front area. Like it's only going to make it into the first little piece, I think. Let's just see what happens here. Oops. So they'll now move in, rather than moving in piecemeal, they'll come in all together. So we have a fairly strong group. Now to deal with that, we're going to need now to get volcanic colonization, so we'll grab that one. And what else should we grab here? This is development, which we'll be wanting to get. That's what we can really go and do.
Civilian structure
The two big
complete.
ships are here.
All hands, prepare for phase jump.
Sorry, mates. Better look at the next auction.
Yeah, so we didn't get that one. That's okay.
Mining upgrade complete. Civilian structure complete.
We're just going to follow in this little trade ship. Oh, here comes a yeah, one of the other enemy ships. So we're coming in. Let's have a look and see what's going on at this point in time. There's a little trade ship is trying to make its way through. It's under attack straight away as soon as it hits this system. And so the system is actually, so the danger here is essentially these are being spawned from our main ship, the one that's got the actual, the trade port on board. And so it's actually now being attacked by missiles and all sorts of different weaponry. Let's see what we're actually up against, just so we can sort of see what's going to happen through here. So they've got a Javelin long range missile cruiser, and so that's actually the one that we're going to have to use the flak frigates to protect ourselves from. And then we've got the what else do we have back over this other side? They've got a whole series of these Cobalt light frigates coming back in. In through this other side, we've got a group of flak frigates. This will now be impactful a little bit. They'll be able to sort of chop down some of our missiles that we'll be firing. And then back over through here, not that we have many of them, we've got the siege frigates. These are not going to be involved. And so that's its fleet in this particular location. Our ships have just come back in, and we're just now starting to sort of move our way through. So this is the Dunolf battle cruiser.
I've got your back.
And I wonder if I should have put some other things in through here, like the rapid auto loader. What has this one got? Heavy missile, 4 medium auto cannons. Then we've got the radiation bomb. Radioactive shell that target enemy ship, causing it nearby enemies. Yeah, maybe we'll actually put a few of these on this ship. Go and throw one of those on, and I'll put one of those on as well on this particular ship. Yeah, there goes another trade ship coming through as well. The trade ships will be trying to make their way through to the Independence. Here comes the other big one.
In. Our fleet is under attack.
So as we come in, our small ships are now moving in. And I'll play this at like a slow speed, I think, as we sort of come into it. So we've got our Shuriken gunship corvettes. So these are our smallest ships that we sort of saw there before. These are now stronger than what they were before. They only have a small amount of armor points. They will be able to dodge their way in around. They'll target the Cobalt light frigates. That's really what they're going to be going after. So they'll actually try to destroy those. As we have a bit of a look, we've got the missile frigate is now moved back away from the front line, and it will then start to push a bit harder. And these little corvettes are now just sort of moving in. We've got the flak frigate, which is also moving in to attack the cruiser and to stop it from being able to fire. These we've got light frigates now moving in as well. They're just automatically now just targeting different ships, and our biggest ships are still at the back through here. So the Gores, they're going after the little Cobalt light frigate. So I'll just let it. I can micromanage the what's actually happening, but I think I'm just going to let it play itself out to a large degree. Let's just watch what actually happens in through here. Beautiful game. And so these little guys are coming in to harass. So they're zooming around. Harassing as they go. Now we're seeing our strike craft are taking damage.
Come in, tack on over.
Comes one. One's been destroyed. So they were coming after the cruiser. Now the cruiser doesn't have any shielding. There goes more missiles. Down to 3 strike craft. Now the flak frigate have actually taken a bit of damage there. So they're now in position, and they're going to be trying to destroy. So one of these is actually now fairly low, down to just 85 armor points. If I find out which one it actually is, I can. It might be this one over through here. Yeah, this one over through here is taking damage. So I could, if I wanted to, micromanage it and just move it out of the fight. But I'm just going to let it do its own thing. I'm going to treat it like an auto battler. There's still a fair few of these flak frigates. So we've lost all of our small craft. More are being built, but they're not lasting at all. The trade ship heading off. Got to level up. the TDN Cronus.
I've got your back.
This is the one that we're still building things onto, but we do actually now have an upgrade. Let's go with EMP charge, or yeah, maybe the EMP charge, I think. Let's just grab the next one. It's not going to really matter that much. So I think we've sort of now destroyed most of what was in here before. The flak frigates aren't really going to be a big concern to us. It's this one here. These are not worth anything, but this one is the next one that we have to then try to go and get. So we're now onto the hull points, and it's being harassed by the small corvettes, and it's got no defense against these. That's what I love about this game. Like, it really is, like, different ships would be great. Now that trade ship's going to make its way through. Finally. There we go, got rid of a siege frigate. There's a done of. And that's now done. So with the fleets, there's still, that's just a trade ship.
Complete.
And that should now go and, well, when we do the research, if we have a bit of a look at the civilian research, we don't actually have this yet. We will have that one fairly soon. And then once we do get that one, the fleet will then go off and take care of that one. Let's have a look at our fleet and just sort of see what we've ended up with. Didn't lose any of our small corvettes, which is great. We didn't lose any of these ships at all. Bit of damage done, but nothing really much. Or did we lose a flak frigate? I might have lost a flak frigate. 223. Might grab another 2 of those, I think, just to bolster the forces here. But that was a pretty good little fight there. So Crank is saying, I love Distant Worlds 2 so much. Do I want this game as well? Is it a distinct enough experience to make it worthwhile? Yes, it is. Okay, let me just talk a little bit about that. This game sits in a different area than the other games around it. Like, for example, when you look at the various other Space 4Xs, they've all got a pretty distinct slot. And I haven't played Stellaris in a little while, but Stellaris and Gal Civ are very much sort of like almost like a board game style of way of playing the games. So they're not really a full 3D sort of environment. Distant Worlds is much more of a simulation. But Sins of a Solar Empire is designed to be played quickly, and whereas the other ones are designed to be played over a very long period of time. This one we've only been playing 30 minutes of actual game time. Like in the I've been pausing a lot, so we haven't been doing a hell of a lot in that time frame. But overall, it's a very, very fast-paced game, but with great, like with this being the active pause, being able to do these sorts of things is really, really helpful. So it's an incredibly good game, and so yes, it's sort of it is different again. Also, I've got to say, the user experience with this particular game is, you don't even realise how good it is until you actually focus on it. And the thing that sort of struck me with it, which is where games like Distant Worlds don't do this, but this one does do it, and does it exceptionally, is that if I start to zoom in on anything at all, it will then just latch on to something to target itself onto. It'll sort of pick something out, and you don't even notice it. It's just wherever your mouse is, you start to move in. Like that one, it's now latched onto that one through there, and as I come in, it's now orbiting that one without, like, the camera is now orbiting, and so I can actually now move anywhere around that one, which you can't do easily in any of the other games, to be honest. And so this is actually, it's just little things like that is just makes the game so much more enjoyable to play than, like, in that sort of sense. So it just works. Like if I'm trying to focus on a ship, I'm straight in there and it's just straight orbiting. I don't have to set anything up. It just does it. And it's such a small thing, but it makes such a big difference to the enjoyability of the actual game itself. That aspect blew my mind when I realised what was going on. I was playing it for quite some time without even realising that why I was enjoying it so much. It was just easy, and as I say, like, it's just one of those little aspects which it just latches onto things, and then all of a sudden you're orbiting, and it'll do it from a fair distance back. Like if I go and choose a ship over here, for example, it's orbiting around that little trade ship, even at very, very long range. So I can then come back in and actually sort of look at the trade ship itself. So yeah, it's just that it's just beautiful. Like the actual game itself, it's it can get a bit tricky if I'm trying to get one of these. I've now got it. I've now latched onto it, so it can be hard to sort of get your smaller ships set up like that. But it works very, very well. In its sort of functions. I might go and grab a couple more, like a couple more of the carriers actually for this one. So let's just go back into our military research, and I wouldn't mind getting this as well. The Argonevs. They're only 750. But we do actually have the, this is the Percon carrier cruiser. Let's go and throw that one in the mix as well. So we'll grab that one next. But yeah, I hope that sort of answers the question. It's very, very different in terms of the, like as I said, all those other games are very, very large, and they're designed to be a long, long period of time. This one is designed to be played relatively short. It's really designed with multiplayer in mind, but it's a great single-player experience as well. Let's just leave all them where they are. I'm going to move the big one.
How can I be of service?
Back in a little bit further.
Underway.
I might rename that one just to the Akan. Because I can.
The item is ready and so are we. Comm channel open.
And the Croesus, I'm going to name that one to the Dunov, just so I know what they actually are.
Civilian research complete.
Just makes it easier. Okay, we've now got this one done. So this one is now going to come in and automatically.
A new colony has been founded.
So we've now got this one here. So we've now got this volcanic planet. This is the first of the planets which are sort of further away, really, from where we were before. The next step for us is possibly to take out this system over through here, and then set up like a essentially taking these areas as well. Now that there is a desert world. What else do we have? We've got volcanic in through there. Is that oceanic? Yeah, that's oceanic with 127 supply. That would be a good one for us to get as well. That would be the two entrances into our systems, then sort of under our control to a large degree. And again, we're just going through, we're chomping through the research now. And we've done fairly well in through here. Now I've got about half an hour before I need to finish up the stream. And I will be streaming some Gal Civ, showing the new megastructures in a few hours' time as well. So look out for that one. So these trade ships are now making their way through across to the other system over here. Do I want to take this one out yet or not? It sort of stops the enemy from doing stuff. Actually, wouldn't mind going up here. It's only 85. Actually, we might do that. Let's. I don't think we're going to see much in the terms of the attacks going in up this way just yet. There we go. Military research completed there. So got more military research happening. I've got so much income now. I might as well start to queue things up. We need to get to 8 military research points before we can take this one on. I do want to get the the Argonev starbase and start to put these into different slots. Now that's used up our exotics. We're now going to have to go back to exotics and start to build them ourselves. Where was it? Synthetic crystal farm. That's the alloy foundry. It's orbital structure price comes down there. That's actually pretty cool. We'll grab that. Regional government office. We do want that. So I'll pick up a few of these things now as I sort of see them. Surface mining rates, that's crystal mining. What have I missed? Trade port we do want to get. The alloy, synthetic crystal. It's an unlock that we're looking for. Ice processing, high pressure domes. Maybe it's further down. Broadcast center? No, it's not. I've missed it somewhere. I definitely haven't unlocked it yet. Ah, there it is, the exotic. Completely missed it. Alright, we'll grab those, so they'll just be queued up. And we'll make our way through to the other side now and pick up these areas. So we'll grab the actual fleet.
Where do you need me?
That's still got other ships on its way through. Let's go across to here.
Ahead slow.
So it's going to go through the star, which doesn't have any. There's nothing in the middle there. And that's another volcanic
Civilian
world.
research complete.
So we've now got the volcanic development. What we should do here is actually start to set this one up as well. And I've now got 5 here. Let's go and grab another one of these.
Bought and sorted.
Because we want that here. Alrighty, that'll be good. That'll be a good start. And we do want to really focus on defense in around these sorts of planets, ultimately. Not so much right away, but eventually we will be wanting to. We've got logistics, we've got defense slots that will come on its own. We'll just get the commerce up, get the logistics up. There's only 15% chance, guaranteed. We do get a Tauronite there. So I might as well throw that in the mix as well. Yeah, there's one of their trade ships moving in. Two of them, actually.
Commerce upgrade complete.
Avoiding our areas, so their trade ships are moving down through the other system. So we might set up something in here at some point as well. Here we come. We're leaving it alone.
An
Oh
auction
no, we're not.
is underway.
An auction. What do we have this time? Emergency phase shifter. So a powerful item that will temporarily phase shift out of a ship. Will not attack or be attackable for a short duration. Alright, we've got 3. Let's bid all 3. I want to get these special items and things.
Military research complete.
I've got the perk on.
How can I be of service?
Perk on carriers. Are we at the maximum now, are we?
Civilian research
Yeah, we
complete.
will be. These little guys are harassing the trade ships.
exotic resources have been located by our survey teams.
Or Tauronite. Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll move off. There's another scout. Got another scout already in there.
All hands, prepare for phase jump.
Go straight to their homeworld.
The auction.
We won. Great. Okay, so we've got the emergency phase shifter. Let's just go back to our
Reporting in.
main fleet in through here. The capital ships. If I go to my actual ships in through here, this will then show me both ships. So we've got the ship items. Emergency phase shifter. Phase shifter will not attack or be attackable for a short duration. This is probably the one for it to go into. Let's just do it that way. Alright, that's fine. Here we go. So we should be able to sort of ruffle stomp our way through these planets. I'm sort of tempted to go back against the and get this oceanic world. I thought when I first came in, I thought, oh no, there's heaps of them. There is enough there, but we're going to be fine.
Under attack.
There goes the small ships. I'll just surround them, destroy them very, very quickly. It's a flak frigate, not really going to be doing much. They're down. Battle
The
of
item is
Porter.
ready and so are we. Military research complete.
Right. It's another one of those cruisers.
Research complete.
Being ripped apart. The one there as well. Let's have a quick look and see what we've got.
Reporting in.
So we've, yeah, we're doing okay here. It's all fine. These missiles. No damage to our big ships. Another cruiser there. There's a bit more in here than what I thought there was going to be. To be honest.
A new colony has been founded.
Alright, so Porter is now under our control. And again, we'll be wanting to go back in and get another one of these.
Bought and sorted.
So we'll grab that one there. Throw that one on the actual planet itself. That will then ultimately give us 10 slots in around this one. So when we have a look at the orbital slots, we've now got 10 military slots which we can build in. Now this one here, these Argonauts require 2 of the what's this one called again? The Endurium. So we're going to need to get the exotics established. So we need to get that one built. Let's just move back out again. Yeah, we're going to, we do need to protect these. We probably need to come back in and sort of start to get a few of these as well at some point. We've got heaps of money now, but we don't have as much logistics. Let's have a look and see if we can actually just work on the logistics a little bit. So logistics is under mobilization, I think. Provisioning, maximum supply 500, bang, done. We'll grab that. Fuel efficient deployment. Maximum supply 1,000 if we did that one through there, so we'd be able to start to build extra fleets and things, which would be really quite nice. Basic true starting experience 200, that'd be cool as well. I might just start to grab a few of these things. Garrison recruitment, this is idle factories will produce garrison ships. Yep, cool. This is all stuff I should have gotten earlier, I think. And iron will, cultural resistance of plus 0.2. Yeah, this is particularly as we get closer to them. Let's just queue these things up. Now we didn't actually get this repair ship. I'll queue that one up as well. Didn't get that one either. Actually, I should have got. I thought I did get the Garda Mark II. That's the flak frigate. That's all right. Corvette max speed, yeah, plus 15%. That's not terrible. Siege frigates we don't need just yet. Hangar defense, we do need that. Okay, so there's heaps we've now queued up. I can shuffle these around if there's some other things that I want, but let's just let it go. Just getting this exotics at this point in time. Oceanics we will be needing. So I might as well just go and grab it now while we're here. And rapid development. Yeah, I'll grab that as well. Planet health regeneration. We don't need that one yet because we haven't been attacked. I might as well grab those. And we do actually now have the need for these as well. Desert colonization will be good ultimately in the command bunker. I'll just queue all of those things up. We've got a heap of resources now. So getting the being able to build the extra fleets will be really quite nice.
Civilian research complete.
Great. Let's go back out and go back to our home world, and we should have a fair bit of. If I just press Alt, we can then sort of see the slots we've got available. So military slots, we've got 2 of 15. We've used up nearly all of our civilian orbital slots. So let's go and work on the logistics here to go to 12 and then to 17. So just to let them develop up, and then we'll start to build more exotics and things in through here as well. I'll build them on the other side. Not sure if I can just do that one and queue that one up. Now that I've got that one built, I can. So exotic refinery. And we've got the broadcast center. This will be, ultimately it will be fairly important, but not just yet. I'll just build that over here somewhere. Oops, what's that?
Military research complete.
Great. Now got heaps of supply, which means I can go back to this fleet
Reporting in.
and tell them that they can have another carrier. Let's go back out and grab that fleet. Sitting in here.
Logistics upgrade complete. Where do you need me?
And we can see if there's any damage done. Like this one here, its shielding is actually its antimatter is building up there. They're all okay. Everything looks pretty solid. in that instance. So let's now move off and take out this one here, which has got the derelict.
A sound plan.
So we'll see what actually happens in here. And that's probably going to end this session, I guess, after we do that one.
Research complete.
So around they go.
An auction is underway.
Okay, this one's just a crystal stockpile. I don't need it. I'll let the others auction or bid for that one. Just keep on building these things up. Yeah, so the Argonave we're going to need to get more
Logistics upgrade complete.
iridium, indurium, sorry. Okay, logistics is now complete there.
Civilian structure complete.
Yeah, we've got the exotics. Go back across. So we've got one exotic refinery. Let's go and throw one into there.
Research complete.
So let's just start to build what it's got. I'll build up 2 of those is what I want. So it's just going to cost me a little bit to get those. In fact, I might keep on building those up. I'll just queue a fair few of these up. That'll do us. I like how clean the whole game actually is.
Place a bid.
Just going to pause this for a second. So we've got Sharky Mouth saying, "Hey Daz, did you buy Empire at War yet? It's a humble bundle at the moment, probably better value." I did actually. I bought it yesterday. As soon as I finished that thing, I did actually buy it. That's fine. And Derek's saying, "Always good to see you streaming. You've put me onto a fair few games over the years, and enjoy seeing an older fellow playing the kinds of games I do." I'm only 25 now. But no, it's great. It's great actually. It's surprising actually how many older gamers there actually are. Like it really is. Like the more I do this, the more I realise that there's a big group of us that actually really love playing games, which is fantastic. So no, it's awesome. I might go and I've got guaranteed. I might grab that as well. That last logistics there. Let's keep on going. So sorry, before we do that one, we're now going to be moving into this system. We've moved in. What's different with this is we actually have our main attack in through this other side, plus we have a whole big group coming in through this other side as well. So at Raycos, around a derelict. So we've got like an old derelict in through here. Now, is this going to be too much for us? It looks pretty bad. Derelict Scavenger's got 179 supply. They've got a hell of a lot. They've got heavy cruisers, heaps of missile cruisers. This may be damaging for us. So we're just going to I'll just monitor what happens in here as our ships start to take damage. We'll see what actually happens in this side. So we do want to get this derelict if we can. Small craft are doing all of the work. Level gained on the Dunov.
How can I help you, Commander?
So we can get faster energy transfer. I'll take that to the next level. That'll do us.
A new colony has been founded. Where do you need me?
The Acan has also now gone up a level. Mobile trade port, that's going to give us even more trade. Not that we're going to be able to make good use of it, I don't think. I'll upgrade the inspiring broadcasts just to help our ships. So there's a lot going on here. We've got heavy cruisers back in through this other side. So we do have some tricky stuff in through this other bit.
How can I be of
If we have a look at our fleet, we can get a feel for how we're going with the orange ships. So the construction, there is a construction frigate in here, but we do actually have fighter craft. Still got the Shrikens are still doing very, very well here. We're not seeing too much damage in the armor. The white level is the armor. So we're all over the place. They've got bigger ships. We haven't lost anything yet, and we are doing a lot of really good damage. Now we are taking shield damage back out through here a little bit. Not with the Akan, but with the Dunov. You can see the shield points are going down as the missiles are striking. So they've got more missiles coming in this way, but they're being chomped up, which is awesome. Lots of missile cruisers.
military research complete?
They're now working together with their point defense. I think that's hitting the asteroid. They're not able to really hit effectively. It is such a beautiful game. These are the heavy cruisers. Bang, that one's gone. What else have we got next? Heaps of these missile frigates. Not cruisers, sorry, missile cruisers. We're still doing well. 5 of those. We've lost a couple of corvettes. Let's just replenish those.
Research complete.
It's interesting. Like the more you play it, you know, the more the different types of ships just play such an important role.
Exotic resources have been located by our survey teams.
Awesome. And we've got 2 of those. We're moving in closer and closer into the derelict. Got to get rid of all of their protections first. That's another heavy cruiser. It's cool, that one. 5 heavy autocannons, so they don't have a lot of protection. Still got these missile cruisers have to be dealt with. And we've pretty much done it. Actually, that's good. So we've just gone and replenished the last of those corvettes. That worked out pretty well. The ships will now start to focus on the derelict. And we're actually already capturing it. So it's the capture time is now sort of kicking in. Just wait for it to be captured. I'm glad that I could show you the derelicts. I mean, it's sort of... They're often a bit more prevalent than what you think. Oh! Now, enemy is bombing a planet. Gaia 3. So they've come in here. So they're going to be taking this planet. Now, we're a little bit too far away to be able to deal with that. But they have actually brought their fleet back in at this point in time. How big is their fleet? So we've got the Cronus back in through there. We've got a heap of small craft. Yeah, we've got trade ships. We've got 7 of those. I'm going to lose this planet. I don't have enough on it to protect it. That means we are going to have to now come back out. I'm going to just keep it going though with the... how much time have we got before we get this derelict? 132. That's too long. It's too long. Okay, so this is the Dunov battlecruiser. Or is it this one here doing it? It's the Akan. Akan is the one actually affecting that. I really have to go back and protect it. What I might do is I might just save the game. And let this one continue, because I also don't want to split my forces up. Yeah, we've only got 85 supply there. Alright, we're going to build up a second fleet as well, because we're going to need to do this. We're going to lose some of these planets, I think. So we do actually have some exotics back in through here already. And so we can start to build up another fleet. If I go back in and add a fleet or planet, I'm just going to go and add the beta fleet back in through this other side. With that selected, I'm just going to go Control 2 and make that one my number 2.
Group created. Just
so I can press number 1 is my first, number 2 is my second. We can go and start to build some of these. So we have the ability to go and build a Marsa Dreadnought. Yeah, raising planets, that would be pretty cool actually. We could meet their light forces with our light forces as well. We have enough for that. Then we've got the Akan battlecruiser, which we've already got, and then we've got the Cole battleship with Gauss cannons and things with incredible pierce damage. That I think is going to be the one, actually. So I can build that one. So we'll grab that one in our beta fleet. We'll build it up then with 10 of the Shuriken gunship corvettes. Actually, we'll need a bit of everything really. So I'm just going to go Control Shift, get 10 of those. The Garda flak frigates, I'll get 5 of those. So I'll just press Shift, click those. The Gauss frigates, we'll get another 5 of those. Cobalt light frigates, 10 of those. Okay, so we're building up this. This will be our beta fleet, which we'll sort of have established. Now we've got the siege frigates, which we don't need, and then 2 of these. Yeah, there we go. Now max supply is only 500. Just go back across into here and get to 1,000. Just queue that one up as well. It'll be at the end of all the stuff that we're doing. Alright, okay, so it's going to take a while for them to be built. So we'll just let them establish themselves. And in the meantime, actually we'll save again. Because this is probably where we do really want to be. And we'll just move across to here. And we'll just watch this one go in. Like, really what I should be doing is going back to protect that planet.
Military research complete. Civilian research complete.
Okay, 100 seconds. Nearly there, nearly there. Actually, I'll just pause again. Just read a few more of the comments. Telek's saying, "Watch your YouTube all the time. What forex would you recommend to get into forexes?" Oh, that's a very open question actually. It really depends on what you like. It's one of those things where certain games just don't suit certain people. It's probably too open-ended. Yeah, gosh, it's a hard one to sort of say, like, as an entry level forex. I'm really not thinking of anything that sort of is really simple. If you know what I mean. Like they're all great. They tend to also, like, but they all scratch different itches. You know, like they all do different sorts of things. You know, this game, for example, plays quickly. You know, like, and so that it sort of plays pretty well that way. It's not overwhelming as well, which I think is important when you're trying to get into a 4X. You don't really want anything that's just going to be overwhelming in terms of its speed. With real time. So I think having an active pause is really important, like what we've got happening right now. So that, for me, that's always a must-have in any of these real-time type games. So, but turn-based games, like if you like board games, then turn-based strategy games would be a good way to get into 4Xs. Actually, Derek's saying StarCraft 2 is an excellent tutorial and super popular for a reason. And so... yeah, Derek's saying StarCraft is great into real-time strategy. It's still sort of 4X in a way, but StarCraft, from what I can recall, doesn't have an active pause. I may be wrong about that, but it's a fairly old game now. Or Civilization 5, says Derek. Yeah, I mean, it's 7's just around the corner with Civ. Civ is, I guess, one of those games that people know about a lot. But look, I would suggest if you do like board games, then Galactic Civilizations is a great one in that sort of sense. It's not hard to get into. It can be difficult to play ultimately, but it's extremely well done as well. There's a lot of them around. So I will be streaming, just as a bit of a segue into that, I will be streaming in 2 hours' time Galactic Civilization, showing the new megastructures. So I'll be going through in detail how to set up a game in Gal Civ 4, which is an awesome game. Like, it's a game that's sort of, it's, again, like this game, the user interface and the user experience that sort of is then given through the interface is very polished. Anyway, I'll unpause because we are running out of time. I'm supposed to be finishing up, but I'll go for a bit longer until we get this one, and then we'll try to get into and do some battles against the AI as well. Play for it a little bit longer. So it's just taking a bit too long. Yeah, so the derelict is important to loot these when you've got them. Now, we have...
Times of war are upon us.
They've actually left this system. No, they're still there. The health is... Now, we're being harassed on our way through.
Finally.
These are trying to get through. These are the corvettes. That actually delayed what they were doing against the planet. Not that's going to help us, really. Let's just go back and watch the final stages of this derelict. So this planet, this ship here is sort of now handling that one. Let's just go back to this one as well. 10 seconds. Then we get the exotics from here.
Military research complete.
Okay, we can now get repair droids. So that then has, we've now mined this particular location. And so I'll just pause it there because we've now got the level has been gained for the Akan. So I can again get more in through here. I'll go with the inspiring broadcast again. Go with beyond that one. We've now got derelict loot collected. So in this case, we picked up a heap of stuff. You do definitely want to get these derelicts. So the exotics, we've got the Anvar and Endurium as well. So we picked up a little bit of extra in through those different areas. So again, we can start to build bigger ships again and get sort of like more, other ships. But with that one done, let's now move off and try to battle this one in through here. So I'm just going to grab the first fleet. And we're going to come back into this system.
We're underway.
Actually, I'll just zoom back out and just click there. So we just arrived back in. Unpause. Just take a little bit of time for that one to be developed. This one here, we've still got a lot that we are building up slowly. And we'll finish off with a bit of a summary as to where we got to. Now this is just metal, not interested. We'll buy that again.
Sorted.
I might just get some influence with them, just a little bit.
All hands, prepare for a phase jump.
Okay, we're going into the star system.
Research complete.
We can start to get these bunkers, which will just give us more protection on the actual planets themselves. They're getting back on their carriers. Still bombarding the planet. Down to 82, 31 now. Yeah, I didn't set this one up very well at all in terms of protections. Just need our actual fleets to get back.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up. We've lost contact with one of our planets.
Now we'll be wanting to catch these guys. They can still get back through the Independence, but if we can actually do some damage here, this would be awesome. We may need to get the siege ships now and start to go after their planets. So we're coming back through this system. We may see them here. Garrison Recruitment Center. I'll grab that. Where are they? They're heading back home. No, they're not. They're delayed, which is ideal for us. We want to see where they go. They were heading back home, though. Yeah, no, that's been destroyed. Need our ships across. Come on, guys. Get moving. Just waiting for the stragglers.
Reporting in. Finally.
Okay, we're in the center now. Why is that moving off?
How can I be of service?
That is not clever.
Planet item
No,
complete.
we didn't follow the orders. So I'm thinking this one's going to be destroyed before it can really do anything. But if it keeps it delayed for any length of time, it might still work out okay.
What now, Commander?
Yeah, we've drawn it in, which is good. Even if that one gets sacrificed, it won't matter much. And they're losing hull points.
Where do you need me?
I still got the explicit orders from moving into that
research
location.
complete. Planet item complete.
Yeah, still got a few more, which is fine.
All hands, prepare for phase jump.
Yep, good, good. Here we come. Here we come. Let's watch this. Final big battle. We'll catch them with their pants down. They lost one of these. We need to add that one to the Alpha fleet. A robotics cruiser as well. We'll add that in as well. In they go. It's just a little gauze frigate. Bang. Straight into the action. Caught them. Don't staying in the fight, which is good.
Our fleet is under attack.
That one's now losing its shields. Its shields are coming down. It's a big carrier. You can also turn off the interface, just so you can see it in all its glory, which I quite like. It's beautiful, doesn't it? It's just awesome. It's firing at it. Our big ships are sort of doing their damage there.
Military
Just
research
escape, bring it back
complete.
in. Yeah, our ships are doing very, very well here. Siege frigates. To small craft. Alright, so we're now into the hull points, bringing these down nice and fast. Lost another one of those. Doing okay with the others. Let's have a planet bomb on board as well. We'll eventually get this planet back again. So this gives them a big blood nose. So the market has decreased for metals, which is fine. We've got heaps of them. Corvettes, one of them's very close to being killed. So it's now got crippled hull points, which are a different way. It will now try to escape using with its crippled hull points. So it does have like a series of points that if we can destroy it before it can jump. Come on, guys, keep it going, keep it going. No, it got away. All right, let's follow it through. Let's get our first fleet and go back and follow it.
Ahead slow.
So if we can trace it down, we go through this independent area and try to destroy it. Now the second fleet, how are we going with that? That's actually ready to go. A porter, we should be able to sort of slow them right down. Now they've actually taken this particular planet, so we will need to get siege frigates. Just pause that again. I am running out of time now. So that's the Krosov siege frigate. Let's go and grab that one. Might as well grab that one as well. Corvette maximum speed. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that one. So, okay, we'll just leave that one where that is. Yeah, we'll improve those as well. There we go. Just start to get a few of these. I don't think we're going to catch it. I think it's now too far ahead of us. Okay, we'll keep it coming.
Ready for action.
We may catch it on its way through. We almost got it completed.
Prepare for phase jump.
An auction is underway.
It's just crystal. Not interested. I'll throw 2 in it. I'll become friendly with these as well, I think.
Your influence is noted. We have a deal.
Finally.
The beta fleet is ready to go. The experimental beam, we'll grab that. Oh, they've actually got more coming back in now. They've got a second fleet.
Our fleet is under attack.
So look, it looks like we didn't catch the other ship as it was heading out. We're now fighting inside this neutral zone, which is okay. We can do that. But so we need to just keep on sort of rattling away at what's happening through here. Oh, actually, there it is. There, it is still back there. Crippled hull points. In that case, I'm just going to go and grab the first
Where do
fleet,
you need me?
and we'll just go and
Alright.
destroy
This'll
this.
only take a minute.
So let's just finish this off. Okay, it's now crippled hull points, almost done. And it's been destroyed. Now we have a new thing in the game. This is the salvage points. We should have salvage in here. Yes, this is the Sova wreckage. And so we've got like a capture time remaining is 56 seconds. So we can stay in through here. We get a Tauronite, we get a lot of experience, we get a whole lot of other resources as well. So this has just been added into the game. I'm glad I could finish this off with this, because this is actually the you know, the new update has now got these salvage areas. So I'm going to keep these back where they actually are. They will get the salvage.
You have secured the auction.
Oh, we got the auction. Okay, that's cool.
How can I help you,
Do you know if it's
Commander?
gone up another level? I'll just grab that one.
Reporting in. Ahead slow.
So we need to pick up this loot.
A sound plan. Military research complete.
I'll let this one come back in and just pick up the loot. You can. So that will then reduce.
We're underway.
Just going to keep it inside that circle.
Ahead slow.
24 seconds.
A
He
sound
wants to go off and
plan.
fight. But no, you've got to stay and get this. Because this is the name of what we're doing at the moment. Oh, the Dunov's capital shields are down. Okay, 7 seconds. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Got the fights going on.
A sound plan.
There we go. So we just picked up the salvage. The wreckage has now been completed, which is fine. Let's have a quick look and see what's happening back over through here. So in this instance,
How can I be of service?
our ships, now the Dunov has now lost its, if we go and click on that one and have a bit of a look at it, its shields should be down from what it just was saying. So the capital ship's shield's down on the Dunov. This one is probably also, this is a coal battleship that's come back through. Its shields are down as well. It's actually going to be struggling more than ours is. I'll let the game continue on. So we'll just bring the others now forward again. Independents aren't really going to be doing anything. They're just sitting back around it. Cole is the only one that's actually left. It's almost lost its armor points. It's trying to hit the small craft with this turret. So the turrets are trying to track our guys. We haven't lost any of those. The Dunov is getting lower and lower. Almost lost our armor points. This thing is now getting through its hull points. That one's trying to get away now as well. Okay, we're now into our hull points. Yep, armor down on the Dunov. Mechanical, how you going? So I'm missing a lot of things. So North Gun and Sail as well. We're saying, yep, there we go. Mechanical saying, I think your videos for Shadowman for fun. We're going to be grabbing it. There we go. It's all good. This has been okay. Now we're down to the emergency hull points. It will now try to escape. It's not as close to the edge as what the other ones were. We were going through our hull points here. We could actually possibly get this one as well. It's going to try to get away. It's got the Gauze frigates. Yeah, we may get this one before it can escape.
Military research complete.
There's missiles. Hull points, it's gone. Okay, so we've now made it across. And we're going to have to follow it into there. But I'm going to leave it here, guys. So we'll actually now save the game yet again. So DAS03. And we've got a bit of work to do. So we're sort of now in a fairly big state of flux in the actual game itself. Let's quit out and we'll just have a quick look at how we finished off. So if I quit the game, we then can see how we're performing. So if we go and look at the planets, so they ended up getting a few more planets at the back end of all of that. So they've closed the gap. They took one of our planets away, of course, at that point. Civilian orbital slots, they've got heaps more now than what we have. Military, they've gone heaps more as well. Planetary items, they've got more than us. So this is where I've let us down, guys. I've let us down. Defense, logistics, behind them as well in that way. Commerce, we're behind now as well. I thought we'd be above them in some of these things, to be honest. Surveying, they've just come straight through the middle and done everything they needed to do. Combat wise, we've done well. Fleet supply used, we've actually got a heap more than them. Fleet supply killed, we've done a lot more than what they have. Ships killed, yet we've done lots more than what they have. Orbital structures killed, nothing yet. Damage dealt, so that's us. Planets destroyed, they've destroyed one, and planet bombing dealt in through there as well. Credits, we do better with money, so the total accumulated, we're now ahead of them. So in this session we've been able to get ahead of them a little bit, but they're sort of getting better and better. We're going to need to start to bombard their planets next to sort of peg them back a little bit. Metal, we're fine. Crystals, we're fine. Exotics, they're ahead of us. Refined, actually they've even been refining more than what we have. Market, that's interesting. They're ahead of the. Oh, that's right. They've been buying things, and we haven't bothered. We haven't bothered with that market. Construction, more corvettes, more frigates, more cruisers. Capital ships were the same. So we've both got 3. There'll be an extra one coming fairly soon. No Titans, star bases. If we have a quick look at miscellaneous, since we're here, derelicts captured. That was us. Shipwreck captured, that was us as well. Dominant culture, they've actually got a more dominant culture than what we've got. Auctions 1. Well, we've only gone after what we wanted to. Maximum influence points, so we're back to level on that one. Highest experience level, so we've got a level 5 ship. Experience gained, we've gained a lot more experience overall. Artifacts, yeah, we don't have much in through there. Research, where was research? Yeah, so we've lost a lot of completed research. We're actually slightly ahead of them, but in terms of the actual points, they've now accelerated up. They're civilians. They've gone to, at least into tier 3, which is interesting. So we're a mile behind them. Anyway, that was really quite interesting. Like to sort of go through. I'm glad that we could end up with a bit of action with all of this stuff happening. So that was all pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll be in about an hour and a half. I'll be back again to play some Gal Civ and to look at the new changes that are coming in that game as well. That'll be being launched in on the, I think it's the 10th of December. This is for Gal Civ, so for the new DLC. But I will be able to show that I've got an advanced viewing on that one through there. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next exciting episode in an hour and a bit. We'll start with a new faction and just build our way up. So I'll sort of treat that as a bit of a tutorial as well. So it'll probably be a fairly slow